Hey everyone, welcome back to Code Row. So some time ago, I decided I wanted to try out a new game engine. So I added a bunch of game engines to a wheel, spun it, and it landed on Unity. I downloaded the latest version, which is 6.1, and opened a project and felt like a complete beginner for the first time. This brought me back to the old days when I first decided to learn game development in Unreal Engine. I didn't understand the UI, how things worked, where things were, so I did what anybody else would do and Googled what's the best way to learn Unity. And I got a ton of recommendations on free and paid courses, which I should look into. So the first thing I did was head over to learn.unity.com. These are basically your private tutors directly from Unity themselves. After getting really comfortable with the basics in Unity, I head over to gamedev.tv and actually bought the Unity bundle. And the first thing in this bundle that we create is this rocket boost project, basically just using this rigid body to push this little rocket. And if I go ahead and just crash into something, I don't have any control over my rocket. I'll just crash and the level will restart. And then all I need to do is just head over to this second blue platform. And once I get on this, I just land, have this little success VFX play, and then I go to my next level, which I didn't edit. Then we created this galaxy shooter, which pretty much we just fly a spaceship through a cinematic, and you're gonna see that we can shoot wherever our left click is or wherever we're pointing, and we can destroy ships like that. And if I run over terrain, it will destroy my ship. And then I wanted to apply my knowledge again, try to create my own little mini project. And what I did here is just all I do is just click on these cubes to just make them go away. This is a much smaller scaled project that I tried. And you basically just keep clicking these and you get to 10 and you win, and that's it. And then you go back to the menu, you can play or quit, click play, and then do it all over again. Click 10 cubes, make them disappear, score adds by 1, and then as soon as you hit 10, you win. And then I kind of recycled that concept into this little survival shooter. I didn't really learn anything about animations just yet, so you'll see my character here at the bottom. If I click space, I'll shoot this vertical looking arrow or missile thing. Everyone's just kind of T-posing, and all that's happening is these little guys are just all I can do is destroy them. So pretty funny looking concept. This is just using some Cinti assets and just the default map for one of the asset packs. But yeah, all I have to do is just go over to the top. Wait, no, I didn't do an ending. I never made an ending for this game. Yeah, so I guess you're just forever stuck in a loop killing these little zombie guys or whoever sells movie tickets. And then the next Game Dev TV project was to simply just this create this endless runner called Royal Run, where you have to dodge these obstacles, go ahead and collect the coins. You'll see them adding by 100, and I can trip over these little I can go ahead and trip over these and it'll just knock me down. It'll slow me for a bit. And yeah, really, really cool looking project. And then I was also recommended to check out this Unity project from learn.unity.com, which is another endless runner except side to side using these voxel looking characters. And this pretty much just does the same thing. You just got to make sure you jump. Works a lot with sound effects, and overall a really cool project. And if you go ahead and hit one of these, you just kind of explode, fall down. That's that. And then from there, I just wanted to use the Cinti pack to just kind of learn about animations. So all I can do is just run forward and jump. And this is using just the regular Cinti animations. So you can see I run very slow and I'm always facing forward. And then as soon as I hit left shift, I sprint, so I go a little bit faster. These guys are kind of stuck in their falling animations. I don't think I ever changed the animation controller on them. But another thing I wanted to learn was actually how to interact. So all I did was watch a CodeMonkey tutorial on interact, and I did the very, very basics. And then when I click E around them, it says interact. If I run away and click E, nothing's happening. I just have to be in a sphere radius. And then same with this one. It just shows interact, and that's pretty much it for this one. Baby steps. And this is the final project from Game Dev TV. This was kind of like my big aha moment. So for this, all I do is just there's little AIs chasing me, and then I have this kind of sniper rifle. It looks a little weird. And then I have this machine gun, and you'll notice that these are all basically just scriptable objects. And this was kind of like my big aha learning moment where I was just like, holy crap, I love scriptable objects. I feel like I can do anything with scriptable objects. And then I actually wanted to take time to really get into creating my own game, and it was primarily focused on just really simple interactions that I learned through this course, through some code monkey tutorials. And then I decided to work on my own project, which right here is my island supermarket simulator. So you'll see I have my little cash drawer. So this is just a simple Cinti asset, and then it kind of displays my cash over here. There's a little cash drawer right here, shopping cart. So whenever customers scan items and so on. And then there's a little really basic shelf. So this is using the Cinti Mall asset pack, and then the AI or the NPCs themselves are from It Happy. And I can go ahead and actually just show you guys. So yeah, this is the Polygon Shops pack. It comes with this supermarket right here. And as you can see, all the food products are the exact same. It's all these boxes. And the reason why I really like this is because these boxes are just perfect squares and it fits much easier when you order products and it comes in that cardboard box shipping container and they all just fit naturally. So I'm using the same fridges and little fruit stands and the shelves and so on. And then from the It Happy website, they're kind of like Cinti Studios in the sense that they make a ton of game assets, but they're more cartoony slash stylized, and they are really cutesy, and I really do like these characters. So I'm actually using the creative characters pack for this, and you'll see there's a ton of different customization styles that I use, and it just makes it so much easier to have this graphic pack available at hand. If you do want to use my code, you can use the code with the row 25 to get 25% off any product on the store. I am affiliated with both It Happy Studios and Cinti Studios, and my affiliate links and coupon codes are in the description below. So in this game, all you do is just store these shelves, and then you can go ahead and just click on this to adjust the price. So just say enter price, average cost, and so on. This is highly inspired by Supermarket Simulator. And I was just like, what is a pretty easy game that's not going to be an RPG to make? This isn't really my style of games, to be honest, but it was really fun to make. And it definitely taught me a ton about the engine. Also, if you think the little like F key button to drop is really cute, I just simply got that on itch.io. And this is using the free vector key keyboard keys right here. I thought these looked so perfect, so cute. They look really mobile friendly, honestly, but overall, these are probably my favorite keyboard pack that I've seen yet, just because they're really cutesy. They look really stylized. I feel like they go with the theme of a lot of what I'm creating, such as the shop simulator for this one, and also Sirloin. If you're new to my channel, Sirloin is my cow character, and I'll go ahead and show that character in a bit. But for now, you can see that everything's pretty much Cinti except for the characters. Characters are from It Happy, and there's some really cool customizations that I've made. So this guy hands me his credit card. It'll show my total sum over here. And then I just click on this little credit card keypad to just type in $8, click the check mark, and I get a little bit of experience. And then pretty much the same thing here. You can also use your keyboard. And then let's see if this guy gives cash. So this guy will give cash and it'll kind of show my change, how much they gave me, what the total is, how much change. So I just got to give him 4 ones and then I'll hit enter and he gets his cash and walks away. A few things I want to add to this is adding a little shopping bag. So when they're done, they get their little cart. Also, the food should go all the way down into a shopping bag. There's just a lot of little minor updates that I can do to help polish the game a lot more. But overall, I am loving the look of this game. It's very tropical. This guy's complaining about something being out of stock. Yep, I am out of stock indeed. And I got quite a few assets, such as this sky, this day night sky. So you can see kind of earlier, I started at sunrise. And then as soon as you turn the open sign on, this will begin to start moving. And you can see on the top right, it is now 11:15 a.m. And every second is basically a whole minute. And the goal is just to kind of further expand your business, get money, because eventually you can upgrade walls. And everything in here is a scriptable object. So every item, every shelf, every wall, even the AI turned into scriptable objects. I was just like, wow, this is like, I can really do anything with scriptable objects. It just makes it so much easier. I actually need to look into more if there are any repercussions of using scriptable objects this much, but it was just such an easy concept for me to grasp. I was like, wow, I can make games out of this. So when you purchase the scriptable object to upgrade the walls, this wall will kind of just go down. Well, sorry, it's like all collapsed since these are all Cinti assets. all of these will just go down, and then you get your next upgrade, and you can eventually get a pretty decent sized store, which goes all the way out here. And then the last upgrade is actually utilizing this outdoor area over here. And overall, really, really, really cool. And you can even see the scriptable objects on this little computer screen. So every single thing here is a scriptable object. I did publish this game to Steam if you do want to check it out. It should be out any day now. I'm just waiting for Steam's approval. And it is a very cutesy, relaxing type business management game. Not really my cup of tea or what I want to be known for, but just getting a game up on Steam itself was such a big learning process because there's so much to Steam, like Steam achievements, cloud saves that you can actually edit, and there's so much documentation from Steam itself that you can really make it as complex as you want it to. I just tried to kind of go the simple route, and I just enabled Steam Cloud Save, and that's pretty much it. And overall, I learned a lot on how to market. It was just a really, really good learning experience for me. This is honestly invaluable. And this just kind of motivates me to make more games using Unity because it's just so much simpler than Unreal, in my opinion. Unreal is still amazing if I ever do anything kind of hyper realistic. I will still use Unreal. I do plan to use both game engines anyways. I just hope I don't stretch myself too thin by just, going around multiple game engines. And for those who don't know Sirloin, Sirloin is my special cow character. He's basically my main character for my whole game dev journey, and he will be used in a lot of games. It's a super kawaii, cute looking cow. And basically, I just started this kind of project. I just started importing this from Unreal Engine, and this project is very, very new. I do want to create something really top down, arcadey like Link's Awakening, and currently, I worked on movement quite a lot, really got a deep understanding on how to do it properly, how to make it modular, and also how to work with the controller. I'm also using blend spaces for this. I find blend spaces way easier than, I guess, the other method. I'm not really too sure what that's called. But overall, it's really nice. And also, I found out how to normalize and also calculate square magnitude and all that good stuff, just to make sure that when you do tilt the analog on the controller a little bit, it walks as opposed to just running at full speed like so. And yeah, there's just a ton and ton of things that I want to learn about Unity. I do highly recommend checking out Unity. It is just so much simpler to create games, and it's so much faster. Instead of doing things in 20 steps, it takes like four or five steps instead. It's just much simpler, and I feel like the iteration process of getting a game done is just so much faster. But overall, I am going to be continuing my Unity game dev career. I think this is a really, really great start. And eventually, I do want to kind of make some tutorials and progress updates and devlogs about Sirloin. And yeah, overall, amazing engine. Thanks for watching Codes Row. Like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.